You know, there's a lot of people out there waiting for a Jubilee to happen. What is your, give us your take on this thing about Jubilee, because you're talking 33 years after this portal is opened on 11/11/22, that judgment, that Abba's heard the prayers that's been happening for a long time, and judgment is going to start falling upon these egotistic maniacs that think they're above the creator and that they're going to create and dictate policy and create human hybrids and, you know, clones and, you know, put your consciousness into AI and all of this really evil stuff. You know, but talk a little bit about the Jubilee as it takes, what you think that's going to be as we're going through this 33-year period, in your view, Brother Lama.
Well, it's what we said before, Jim, and that is that, you know, when rapture consciousness is at its highest, so is transfiguration, because when everything that happens in the world happens, there's always a level of balance, even if people that are unconscious cannot see that balance, right? So balance has to set up in the physical universe. It has to be maintained. One of the reasons the Lamasery was put on the earth was for to anchor that light and that energy here. And that's what it's been here for. At the end of this 33-year period, there'll be nobody in 3D that will be able to see the Lamasery, because it'll be so far into 5D. That's why in the next 33 years, we have to put the replica Lamasery here. It's purposefully had to be on the Western Hemisphere this time. And there's a reason for that. In the book, The Holy Science by Surya Desai, and then his student Yogananda also mentioned it in the autobiography of yoga, that starting in the 1940s and 50s, that there were great yoga masters that were incarnating in North and South America, and that they would start to come into their power in the 1980s and the 1990s. That's been going on now for some time. There's also, from the Judean Christian point of view, the 144,000, there's anywhere from 75 to as much as 85% of them that are actually in a body this time. And the incarnations that's been coming from them all these years, since Abba put Adam here 175,000 years ago, we now estimate in the Lamasery that we've had direct or indirect influence over 1 of the 8 billion people on the planet. So 8 billion people on the planet getting ready for Abba's DNA to be activated. That will absolutely happen in these 33 years. And these people will become the spiritual giants. They'll be the spiritual patriot. They'll have the strength of like Mother Mary or Isaiah, Elijah. We'll see more and more. We're already seeing the early signs of them showing up at COL, as you know, Jimmy. All people have to do is go to COL or Rasaji.com and see the testimonies. The first wave of 144,000 is already here. Several hundred of them are already working closely with us as we speak. And this will continue to spread like wildfire across the planet. We're putting in place teachers and healers all over North America and all over the world. As you know, we're having impact now somewhere between 40 to 50 countries. And as these people wake up and begin to share our energy system with other brothers and sisters around the planet, that Jubilee effect just continues to, they have the term in music, Jimmy, called crescendo, which basically means to build, right? If I'm a Shinto priest and I'm doing my morning prayers, one of the things I do is this clapping of hand is building. It's a crescendo effect, right? So that crescendo will continue. How we know what crescendo is in science? Well, we know in basic physics if I throw the rock across the water just right and it bounces just right, it will skip 6, 7, 8 different times before it stops. That's the meaning of crescendo. That's the meaning of Jubilee.